We are seeing the divisions of two models of a global reset. That is what's called the left and the right. Once again, anything that God had introduced, humanity has sought to divide according to their rogue soul independent from God. Little do they realize the reason for God's division of the lands, the languages, and the peoples of this world. God's reason always extended hope that humanity, in their frustration to reconcile any of their differences, would turn to Him and find a unity that had been placed in all, which is called the unity of the Spirit, which would have brought out a common bond of peace, a peace that would pass all understanding and misunderstanding that divided us from one another. This Spirit is the Holy Spirit, in partnership with the human spirit, with what's called the mind of Christ. The same mind that was in Jesus, the Son of God, while he was in the mode of a Son of Man. This mind could only be at the surrender of all minds to the mind of Christ, said to be all and in all, is available to all. At the disbelief of those that hold to this rogue mind of their souls, be it secular or sadly religious. So in this light, these two models of a global reset should be seen as a battle between two minds, one being of the carnal rogue soul and the other of God, the Father of the human spirit. The fall of humanity has to be seen, and having each to not hold down this truth in order for this renewing of the fallen minds of humanity to be accomplished. It is written that God divides between the human spirit, soul and body, joints and marrow, and the motives and intents of the heart. This dividing was initiated to expose the human heart, this area of our double mind that stores all that we have received independent from our Father through our spirits empowered by the Holy Spirit, that would lead, direct all to the Father of their spirits, having Him teach them rather than any man or woman. From this point, we will address the motive and intents of both these models of a global reset being exposed at this moment, both sides. You discovered that via the news media and the divisions of what's called mainstream media, MSM, and alternative news, AN, which gets the label by mainstream media as conspiracy or fake news. Each at this moment claim that the other is what they are labeled as, fake news. Once again, a left and right issue, with both sides having an extreme to their side, which confuses this whole matter even more. Just know this for now, which will be explained later. Neither the left or the right, or their extremes, are even close to solving their differences. This will only be solved by God Himself. For now, as I brought out, it appears that we are left to choosing the lesser of two evils. You find truth on both sides, mixed with lies. Thus end up with what's called half-truths. It's considered as poop in a punch bowl, which tastes any good fruit in the mixed punch, leaving the question, where or to whom do we turn to today for any pure, unadulterated truth? Apart from there being a God, and his communications to us, which communications cannot be just a dead letter that so many with their fallen soulish minds debate over. This word from God would have to be alive and fresh, or as scriptures called, daily bread, to the same mind of our human spirits, directed by the Spirit of God, and not the spirit of this world, secular or religious. The question now would be, is it possible? We at least know that it is possible because the Father of our spirits made it possible. So, are we at least willing? Not willpower, but a willingness. Are we willing to let go of what we have felt and thought from our rogue souls long enough to wake to our spirits and the mind of this Spirit, empowered by the Spirit of God, to get this daily bread, word, teachings, and renewal of our souls? So for those that are least willing, add what you have received to this mind of Christ in your spirit in the commentary of this video. What your Father has shared to you concerning this global reset and this current crisis we all find ourselves in today. I know that many of you listen to the news or hear from those around you and feel the frustrations and weariness that's getting to be hearing all this. And you wish that someone would give a word or words that might instill a sense of hope, that things might improve, and we come to some idea of normalcy that God had intended our lives to be, without some party or government running our lives for us without our consent. What I've been sharing is what I strongly feel and think is coming from our Father, and it's His word through this vessel, in my spirit, deep crying unto deep, spirit to spirit. God bless.